Oh, am I live streaming? I'm live! I started live streaming like sooner than I actually expected to or intended to. Uh, I was picking the option to stream, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it starts streaming. I clicked manage broadcast, I picked the one that I wanted, which was the one YouTube had created for me in OBS. And then, normally I'd have to press the start streaming button, but no. Not today, I suppose, because it started streaming for me. So hello everyone, I'll wait for everyone to pile in. It might take a moment because it is morning time here in Burgerland, although I imagine many of the Europeans enjoying their evening will pile in pretty soon. Insane Idiot says, yo, howdy there, partner. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to get into some video games here in a moment. I have no idea why I referenced the TF2 YouTuber Lazy Purple in the title, given the fact that I'm probably not going to be playing TF2 today, but who knows? I'm a man of surprises, a man of adventures. We may just go on an adventure exactly like that. Hey babe, could you pull the string on that fan?
Sure, which one?
It's the one to the right. No, that's the light. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're going to be jumping into some CS2 very soon here. That is Counter-Strike 2. We're going to be diving right in just a few minutes here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I hope you are all doing wonderfully. You ever played the other TF2, Titanfall 2? I have actually not played a single Titanfall game. I know that that's blasphemy in some circles, but I've never taken the time to do it. I hear that Titanfall 2 is full of hackers now, that like at this point it's literally just overrun by hackers, and that makes it pretty difficult to play. I don't know if that's like a series of lies and slander, but because of that, I haven't bought the game whenever it's been on sale. Because it often goes on sale for like $3, $1, things like that. And I've never bid because my wife will always tell me, oh, no, you don't want to do that. It is full of hackers nowadays. Hey, this is my first time seeing your stream, says AGN I Shine? Agni Shine? I guess that's how you say your name. Hey, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a fantastic morning or evening or afternoon, wherever it is that you're located. I've only played Titanfall 2 randomly, but it slaps in my opinion. I keep meaning to play the story mode of it because I've heard it's also good. To be honest, I didn't even know there was a story mode in Titanfall 2. That's how little I know about that game. I thought that it was like an online-only type game. So if there's a story mode, I should definitely give it a try because giant robots are awesome. I think it's a Bungie game, right? Is it a Bungie game? Bungie games are awesome. Yeah. Hopefully it's not true that it's all full of hackers because generally I prefer the multiplayer mode in any game. Single player mode alone worth it? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Next time that game goes on sale, I definitely have to play it. Fuck, let me add that to my wish list right now just so I know when it goes on sale again. Because literally, like, not that long ago, it was on sale for $3 fucking. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of cool movement shit you can do in it parkour-wise. Oh, fuck yeah. I love my movement in video games. Fuck yeah. Even apart from the mecha. True. Why not just crack it, though? Cracked games often have viruses or malware, And I know you can find cracked games or crack your own games in a way that's like more legit, like based on reputation or whatever. But I personally just don't want to risk my computer and my network like that. I used to be willing to when I was growing up, and I was like a lot more poor. Um, I mean, fuck, I'm still really poor right now, but I, I am just not willing to take the risk given the fact that I have like a, pretty expensive computer. Like this is like an $800 computer. No, it's just that you don't use the good links. Check r/piracy megathread from Normie Reddit. Nonetheless, it's a good source. Yeah, I mean, I could look into it. It is. I understand what you're saying. It's a thing that I get worried about. It's a thing that concerns me. Even if there's like a more legit way to do it, it's something that I'm kind of neurotic about. Um, I've never even had problems with piracy. Like in the past, I went to good sources and never had any problems with my computer as a result of doing piracy. But uh, I doubt a lot of these pirates are going to be releasing the source code for their cracks and things of that nature. And I worry enough as it is about proprietary software and the uh, what would you call it, backdoors that they may have therein. So, I mean, take that how you will. Okay, let's jump into some Counter-Strike here. Now, I will admit I'm probably going to be warming up for this first round of Nuke, so it may be a little bit embarrassing, but hey, we're all for it, I'm sure. Yeah, I was same at first. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty common feeling on the internet. Uh, you don't want to fuck up your machine. You just don't. Any investment, any investment like that, you're going to be pretty protective of. I should start using Windows XP on a unsecured port with my internet just completely open. That would be great. I would do all kinds of things to my network if I had that running. How is everyone doing today? I literally just woke up like 30 minutes ago and I had a splitting headache, but I took something called an awake pill. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. It's a very obscure brand of caffeine pill. It advertises itself as an alertness aid, but it's literally just 200 milligrams of caffeine. And I was like, okay, caffeine helps with headaches. I'm just gonna pop one of these shits and see how it goes. And it's pretty much resolved my headache, which is great. I remember I was hospitalized a couple years ago. Uh, I think, was that the hospital in Salem, Massachusetts? Yeah, it was. I was in the mental hospital there, and one of the nurses, as they were doing my intake, when I told them that I got migraines or headaches, they were like, oh, do you drink caffeine? And I was like, no, I don't really. And back then that was true. And then she was like, oh, you should actually consume caffeine because it prevents headaches. They put it in Excedrin migraine. And I was like, oh, okay. I already kind of knew that, but emboldened. And the next time I had a bad headache, I took some kind of caffeine, and it actually fucking worked. So, thanks, Doc. I love playing your video in background while I do various tasks. I don't even listen to them, but you have calming of so calming way of saying things, especially old videos. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think people come to my channel for various things. Oh my god, we're just getting raped in spawn here. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think people come to my channel for various things, and it's always interesting to hear like what specifically these people get, or any people get out of my videos. I've literally had people tell me dead ass that they don't even listen to the things that I say, but they listen to my videos in the background because they think my voice is sexy. So it seems like there's a lot of people who watch the OsakaSyndrome channel without even like the intention to listen to what I am like specifically saying, which is kind of interesting. I feel like that's the approach that people take to ASMR, no? Is there any difference between CS2 and CSGO at all besides graphics? Never could bother playing CSGO, too redundant and boring. Yeah, a lot of people find CSGO like really slow. Now, I personally like my games to be kind of redundant because I'm autistic and I like to repeat the same actions again and again and again. Like, when you watch me play this game, for example, I almost never play other maps. I play Nuke exclusively. And the reason for that is because I am autistically obsessed with Nuke, the intricacies of this specific map. And so, you would probably be infuriated if you played this game the way that I do. But needless to say, I understand why one would find it redundant and boring, because it's a very slow game. You know, it's not like TF2 where there's just like constantly fast-paced things going on. You know, that being said, there's very little difference between CS2 and CSGO. They're pretty much the same game except for certain guns being like slightly modified, the addition of the view model, which is just like when you press H, you can like change where your gun is on the screen. See, I'm demonstrating it right here. And beyond that, it's pretty much just missing content. Like, there are missing game modes that were in Go that aren't in 2. There are missing levels as well, like Zoo is no longer a map in this. There were so many fucking maps in CSGO that just straight up are not in this game, which is pretty sad, right? I wish it were here, you know, a lot of that content. Not only that, I loved your format of video. I related to the contents on it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yo, Agni Shine, are you perhaps from another country? Wait, hold on a minute. I'm gonna try to throw this smoke, and then I'm gonna look at the chat, because there's a couple messages there. You know what? I'm just gonna push this guy with the scout. Oh, he's dead. Okay, well, now I'm gonna push, behind. Heaven. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, fuck, my spray is so off. Where is he? Okay. This is what I mean by I need to warm up. Like, I'm just playing terribly right now. Hold on just a moment. What the fuck? Where are they? Fuck. Okay. Now I'm gonna look at the chat. You may like Synthetic or Gungeon if you want to play a repetitive roguelike shooter, although it's single player, so it's a little different. Yeah, I've played Gungeon like 1 or 2 times. I thought it was fun. I don't know why I didn't get into it more autistically, you might say. I'm from Japan. You could tell it from grammar. Now, my grasp of Japanese grammar is not great, so to be honest, I could not. I could tell that you weren't a native English speaker from grammar. Wow, Japanese viewer, very interesting. I think I've only had a few of those. I always wonder, like, what brings people from Japan to my channel? Where was he?
On top of the jigger.
Fuck!
He's near control. He just dropped, bitch. He just dropped. He's a bitch. What the fuck is this guy AFK for at the beginning of it?
Wake up, Lord Sam, wake up!
It's a fucking Sunday. What is he doing on a Sunday?
I'm praising Jesus.
Maybe his baby is crying or something. My favorite online autist / schizophrenic heart. Well, thank you. Japan is the only non-degenerate country remaining currently, although it's apparently starting to become shit. I don't know what...
Yeah, they're washing their hands.
Honestly, I don't know what that means. I don't even know what people mean when they say degenerate, because, like, Japan also has a pretty high amount of, like, what would you even call it? Like, that like, pedo art? Yeah, I don't know. Those, like, weird drawings are in a pretty high quantity over there. So, I don't know if you... I mean, that stuff has been ubiquitous for a pretty long time. So, I don't really know what standard you'd be using to say that Japan is, like, a non-degenerate country. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. My speech is impaired right now. I meant that people could tell I'm ESL from my grammar. Yeah, exactly. Okay, time to check ramp because they like to have someone camp up there usually. Now, should I camp in bitch or a double? I'm gonna camp double, fuck it. Oh, fuck! There was someone in control!
Can you hear that guy?
I didn't hear that guy, my bad.
It's alright, bro.
Very true. Finna turn my volume up.
Hey, Winter's Blue. Back, guys. He's back. He's here. Where did you go? Did you go to pray?
Very true, although by non-degenerate I mean non-woke infested. I mean, fair enough. Honestly, I don't even see, like, a lot of the woke shit.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
People, like, complain about the woke shit all the time. But, like, I don't even see it happening where I live, you know?
Good luck.
So I feel like when people say, like, oh, the US is, like, filled with woke and, like, all that shit, it kind of, like, goes in one ear, comes out the other for me. Because I don't perceive it. Like, I don't live in a place where, like, I am inundated with that shit.
Golly.
What the fuck? Okay, well. But even when I visited, like, Oregon or Vermont, and I saw that shit, like, all over, like, the woke street art and all that, it didn't really bother me. Like, it felt like, okay, like these people believe certain things very strongly, and they want to express it. They're not really harming me by saying these things or, you know, putting these messages everywhere. They have the freedom to do that. I mean, isn't part of what makes this country great the fact that, you know, you can say whatever you want and believe whatever you want? I mean, where I grew up, there were, you know, in a pretty large quantity, Confederate monuments, pretty racist and homophobic posters and things of that nature. You know, it wasn't it. It's not like there isn't counter signaling in the other direction. Let's see here. Using the buzzword to categorize diverging opinions. I mean, yeah. Degenerate is a worthless buzzword. I agree completely. It means different things to different people. Best Toho game? Question mark. That's a good question. Maybe 7? Lucky. Most people aren't crazy. The internet is very good at rage bait. I agree completely. Morning, OsakaSyndrome. Good morning, Arm Melon. I don't think most people even care about politics enough to have an opinion on it. I think that's mostly true.
Was on top of the roof.
That's true for the most part. Only one way you can express yourself if you're woke. If you're not allowed to online, IRL, there are laws also for that.
Oh, my bad, man.
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say.
No shot. No shot.
Nice
Why
shot.
would he peek that shit?
Let's see here. Do you still play single-player games? I do. I was playing Donkey Kong Country just the other day. I mean, that if you openly oppose woke things by even just arguing online, you get banned? I mean, I guess from certain places. You're not going to get banned from Twitter. You're not going to get banned from most Discords, I think.
Fucking god, there's one lit like 93 near there.
Fuck!
Just had to shoot him. Go to your right, Orange, please.
Trophy. Let's see. Oh! No. Good try. Let's see here. Is this chat Reddit? It very well may be. We did it, Reddit. You guys remember that meme? I only care about a couple issues that concern me personally, like trans issues. The rest I don't really care about, like a lot of people, I think. I think I'm generally the same way. Like, obviously the reason why I care about trans issues is because I'm very close to somebody who is trans, and so I have kind of an incentive to care about that issue. But I try not to be obnoxious about it because I think that's kind of antithetical to the broader goals behind trans liberation. Okay, we're chilling, Oh, fuck, Mini. What the fuck? There's still one Mini. Let's see here. Side note, I hate how people use the word woke, lazy, stolen slang. I mean, I agree completely. Well, the other thing I would say, though, is that I do personally feel invested in a number of issues that don't directly affect me, primarily because I think that even though they don't directly affect me, they do impact me in some way. Like, the health of all people in society is going to be something that one way or the other affects me, right? Even though it's not directly visible to me, like that person who may be homeless on the street right now, you know, through no fault of his own, maybe they were just dealt a bad hand in society. it's possible that they could make some like really amazing art. And because of that art has the chance to impact me if it could come to fruition, you know? Or maybe their benefit, you know, their well-being could impact me positively in a more macroeconomic sense. Like maybe they contribute to society in one way or another that impacts me in a way that like I can't directly perceive, but still nonetheless positively impacts me. And so I feel like there's all kinds of ways that we can look at these issues. Oh fuck. Okay, I gotta lock in for a moment. No, fuck! Okay, alright then. It's a little scary how much we hear the opinions of people who want to silence their political opponents.
But he's just really fucking bad at it.
I agree.
And Kike is definitely fucking cheating.
Oh wow, I they didn't have a kid. Thank God. Thank God for that. Yeah, I don't like how prevalent censorship is becoming. Like not even in like I don't think censorship is really happening, but I think there's a lot of people who want it to happen on both sides. Probably more so the right than the left, but it's a lot. It's pretty ubiquitous, which is really bad. What drugs are you using lately? I assume just caffeine, right? Caffeine as well as occasionally, I was gonna say marijuana, but I guess technically this stuff isn't even marijuana. It's like the Delta 8 HHC shit that you get from smoke shops. And that's pretty that's pretty much all it is for me. Oh shit, we made it to B. I had a beer last night, a single beer for the first time since October, which was pretty comfy. Yeah. Oh fuck no.
Fuck, it was right on his head.
Hold on a moment. I gotta wait for when these guys push this shit. Fuck! I should have played time a little bit closer. I think wanting the welfare of people in general is pretty common. Oh shit, I'm bottom fragging. I need to lock in. I'm not gonna blame the chat. I'm not gonna blame the fact that I keep focusing on the chat. I just need to get better gameplay. I need to get good. Let's see here. People just tend to disagree with how it should be accomplished. Yeah, I completely agree. I think in general, like, human beings tend to want a society that generates the best outcomes for everybody. Yo, what the fuck? People tend to want a society that generates the best outcomes for everybody. I think in particular, like, a lot of the left tends to view conservatives, like American conservatives, as being like heartless or, you know, like lacking in morals and these sorts of things. Fuck. But I think really the kind of narrative framing that they're invested in is one in which the health of society is guaranteed through like everyone having the opportunity to pursue their own interests, right? Like they believe that self-interest, like in the market, is a natural force, and that if everyone were allowed to live according to their own devices, then everyone can live as well as possible. So when you view it like that, you can understand that it is an empathetic worldview. It's just a misguided worldview, because they don't understand necessarily how the real world implications of their policies pan out. I'm going to look at the chat in just a moment here. Bomb down many. Let's see here. Oh fuck, somebody's gonna try to go heaven. Hell yeah, I use Delta 8 every day. Well, good for you. I hope you're enjoying yourself. No, I personally like to try to keep my usage like kind of spread out, because it's more affordable that way, and I feel like I get better effects that way. My wife, she's straight up, she's like a smoke weed every day type. So I feel like there's it depends on what you personally want to get out of it, because she uses it to treat her chronic migraines. Have you played Quake 2? I have. I used to be really into Quake 2 when I was a kid. Is there someone outside Mini?
Need some fucking help? What are y'all doing? Your fucking thumb.
Jerkin.
Mini. Orange, why do you not have a fucking gun out? Why?
He's going heaven. There we go. Let me see here. Hi, Osaka-san. Nice to catch your stream. Hey, nice to have you around. Welcome to the stream. Just the sight of homeless people in general is such a Debbie Downer. Makes me so mad. Whenever I don't have change for them. I relate to that a lot. You know, that's one of the reasons why I can't live in like a very urban environment, because I'll walk past that suffering and like I just can't contain myself. Like I can't go without helping, but I also can't afford to help. And it just makes me so sad.
Guys, what you guys doing?
Too many.
Fuck! Okay.
Indeed, Warp Sam.
Yeah, I agree. I take breaks and only take one puff in the evening. Moderation is key, definitely. For sure, for sure. Fuck.
I was trying to shoot somebody. You guys were trying to talk. Shut up. Let me play. Trust. We saved this round. No one buy. 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 Sell. 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 Purple sell. Purple sell. Purple sell. Purple sell. Purple sell. 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 You see? Next round I go crazy.
Who the fuck's doing baby noises?
Huh?
Never mind, man.
God, these guys are so fucking annoying. Okay. See, because I'm using the USP, I have the strat. Sometimes I'm so good with this gun, it's insane. Bomb down vent.
Yeah, bomb is already down there. Down B. Orange, they're on B.
Hey,
Fuck! Single door.
there's one on.
Can we kick this guy?
Still, I think Mini.
I'm
on the right are motivated by fear, not welfare of people.
Just been throwing.
Is you mad?
Well, let's give him a chance.
Keep doing the same thing.
He'll be alright. He'll be alright, buddy. I'm gonna fucking mute this Warp Sam dude. This guy is so fucking annoying. He keeps doing these like autistic baby sounds. Larkin! Come on, come on, come on.
One's mini, last one is mini. No, it's not. I killed them.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
They're lit.
Fucking!
That he was mini. I called it.
I suck at the spray on that gun. Okay.
You guys gotta up your game.
True.
You got any words other than random shit?
What state are you in right now? I'm gonna fucking mute this Warp Sam guy. I don't know what it is about fucking CS players.
They're
That
just a baby, dude.
they just sound so retarded, like more than half the time. It's like 70% of the time. They come on here to just be retarded. To literally just like LARP as retards. What state are you in right now? I am in Kentucky. The great state of Kentucky. That's where I'm at.
Disgust me.
Osaka rage quit.
Yeah,
Sissy
babies
liberal.
Could be.
too.
Lol.
Hey, you sissy liberal, I'll fucking knock the block right off you with this damn honk. Best believe I'll assassinate somebody.
Okay, let's see here. Hooray! Price gouging says no thank
Good
you.
job, baby nigga. Good job.
Price gouging what exactly? Well, what's being price gouged? I follow a few drama YouTubers. Do any of the topics they discuss actually matter? Localizers, antis, etc.? Nope, none of them.
Come on.
No. I've never, I think, voted to kick anybody. Actually, that's not entirely true. I've voted to kick trolls before who were just griefing constantly. Oh shit, bomb is down. Fuck. What the fuck is a drama YouTuber? I used to think it was like Keemstar and shit, but now I'm not even sure.
Whatever the fuck he is.
I thought I
That's
heard
for the blacks.
I thought I heard someone just open the door, but no.
You at least gonna pick up my op, nigga?
Who watches YouTube anymore? Evidently you, because you're on this live stream. It's a 2v1. Come on. Oh, they're going heaven. They're probably gonna go hut. Oh, yeah, I hear them. They could go squeaky, I guess. Yes! There we go. That guy's aim was off. Was he using the scout? I think he was. Same watching this on my glowing magical orb. True. Nice reaction. Yo, no joke. I literally react like this to this game, like just when I'm playing it. Like my wife hears me all the time fucking screaming in this room playing this game. I don't do it just for the camera.
Good job, buddy. You got him.
Leave me alone.
There we go.
They're going B.
Okay.
They're going B side.
Going B site. B. It's B. Thoughts on tax evasion? It's based. What the fuck? One is ramp in the right corner. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want your tax dollars going to ramp. I gave a bad call. I gave a bad call at the end there. I thought it was ramp. It looked like he was ramp, did it not? No. I guess he was not ramp. Men like drama YouTube, I avoid that shit like the plague. Me too. But yeah, if you don't agree with how your money is being spent by the government, I feel like you could make a pretty good series of moral arguments to not pay your taxes. Now, I personally, when I pay my taxes, I feel good about where it's going to. For the most part, I don't feel good about the fact that a lot of it is going to our massive military budget, but I do feel good that it's going to, temporary aid for needy families, for example, or food stamps, or the WIC program, which provides food to mothers and infant children, Section 8, things like this. When I pay my taxes, I feel good about the fact that the money is going there. However, I don't feel good about it going to more foreign wars and supporting some questionable actors on the international stage. So I have kind of a mixed feeling about it, but if someone were just opposed to like almost everything the government did, I feel like they could make a pretty good argument for not even paying their taxes. Let's see if there's a 1v1 server. Let's see if there's a 1v1 server open right now. CS2 server browser. Oh yeah, that's the other thing about this game. They have a terrible community server browser. It doesn't work. So you have to go to these external websites in order to play on community servers. Is there any one open like in the US right now? Yes, there is. There's only 6 people on it, but it'll work. Allow, yes. I think the IRS should be expanded. However, there are far too many billionaires hiding their wealth. I agree completely. I think the second biggest budget item at the federal level is debt payments. I think those should be paid off as well because they have the amount of debt. It has a detrimental effect on inflation and things of this nature. There we go. Everyone has internet in their pockets now. We should be able to micromanage what our taxes go to support, to be honest. That's a base policy idea. Oh, fuck. Damn. Typical lefty don't understand economics. Lol. There we go. There's like no one playing right now. There's literally 6 people playing. There we go. What's up, says Pea Shooter Cat. Howdy there, partner. How you doing today? Taxes don't pay for government spending. Taxes as well as debt pays for government spending. But the taxes pay off the debt that is incurred by the government spending. So in effect, they do pay for government spending. Where is this guy? Is he just crouching? He's copying the strat that I had earlier. Where the fuck is he? Wait, where is he? Oh, he wants to knife. Jumper. Hey, Jumper. Come on. Knife fight. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Opinions on CSS? CS Source is very fun. I'm a fan. LOL! CS Source is very fun. I was playing it on stream just yesterday. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play it again. Probably gonna play it again on this stream. Fuck. Do you actually believe that, or are you trolling? To the best of my knowledge, that's how it works, bro. Where the fuck is this guy? I love playing CSS, mainly casual. CS2 slows down my shitty PC too much. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Oh, fuck. Fuck no, dude. There we go. Yeah, sadly, a lot of the people who were really into CSGO cannot play CS2 because the reason they got into CSGO in the first place was because they had old computers. This game does not... Yeah, I mean, it runs better than, like, a lot of the competition as far as first-person shooters are concerned. But you still need, like, a relatively new computer in order for it to work. Fuck. Oh, fuck no. Who is the government in debt to? How can a government which controls its own currency supply be in debt? I mean, for example, the United States government has borrowed a lot of money from China. So that's one person that we're in debt to. We're also, like, kind of in debt to ourselves, given the fact that in order to pay for those things, it required printing a lot of money. What's the word here? Like there weren't actually the mechanisms to support the value behind that. That was a sick deagle shot. The government is in debt to its bondholders. How do you think the Treasury works? Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. It is that the government is also in debt to bondholders. No, thank you. I found it so crazy seeing you were on the Gex remix album. Awesome song. Honestly, at this point, I think that song is kind of overrated. Now, to be fair, I don't think that the Fall Out Boy, you know, song is better or something. I don't have some retarded, like, Fantano tier opinion. I just, I feel like his newer work hits a lot better. Like, the newer the No Thank You music is, like, the better it's going to be. There's a lot of these people out here who are like, oh, like, I only want the old shit was peak. Frankly, I just think they're nostalgic for his older songs. It seems like the more shit he puts out, the better it gets. How does printing new money put you into debt? I'm pretty sure Chillax actually just explained it. Also, there's something called the debt to GDP ratio. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me get this kill. Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Wait. Is it... Does it not? I can look at his body? Okay. The deficit isn't real. The debt to GDP ratio isn't real. I don't know. I generally agree that when you have a sovereign currency, you can issue a lot of debt and it can have positive consequences for the economy if it's allocated in the right way. Like, you know, for example, Japan has, I think, one of the highest debt to GDP ratios in the world, and it's consistently been that way since the 90s. And in the 90s, there were a bunch of people out there saying that Japan is going to have this debt crisis, the economy is going to crash, and it just never happened. The Japanese central bank did some very clever things in order to prevent that from happening. Like, for example, to prevent what's called a carryover trade, where basically people will look at a currency that's depreciating. In this case, it was the yen, and they'll buy a lot of assets that are worth more in that currency. And then as the currency continues to depreciate, they buy it back after selling off those assets. And the central bank did some clever maneuvering to prevent people from doing that. And as a result, what you saw in Japan it was significantly less consequences for the government spending. This was at the same time that economists found out something very novel that we didn't really understand prior to the Japanese experiment. They found out that public debt ends up creating private liquidity, or in other words, private growth. And so the economy, the profit margins of private companies grew, and as a result, there was a net expansion in those sectors as a result of all of the new liquidity swirling around in the economy. And so there's actually an argument to be made that having high amounts of debt can stimulate growth. And so I'm not totally opposed to some MMT, modern monetary theory arguments. I just think that there still needs to be fiscal prudency at the same time. I'll explain the monetary system to you later. Okay. The feat below you in CS2 is so silly. I agree. The United States government has never missed out on a payment. Honestly, that's really impressive. I agree. Isn't that what Bankman-Fried did? Buy a shit ton of Bitcoin in a depreciating currency? I actually have no idea what he did. I just know that he stole people's assets that put it in his company or something. Did you see the new video on Shinjuku Station by Not Just Bikes? I have not. We might actually react to some YouTube videos later in the stream. Dang, I love how the bullets just go in random directions in Counter-Strike. Okay. I'm going to go on a workshop map now. Not an online map. I'm gonna go on aim bots. A realism trademark? Well, the game isn't trying to be realistic. Okay, now I'm just gonna do some fun stuff. Isn't this riveting gameplay right now? This is riveting gameplay, right? Oh shit, I just narrowly missed. I think that's the first time I've ever missed a headshot on this map. Okay. 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 This is like the CS gameplay version of jingling keys in front of someone. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm gonna see if No Thank You is DMing me on Element right now. Yes, he is. I wonder if he'd want to join the stream to yell at me about modern monetary theory. Wanna come on my stream and tell me about MMT. Let's see what happens, guys. He's really into this stuff. I feel like we could make things happen. Let me try to find an op-only server. Now the problem with these servers is, especially at this time of day, is that they're all in Russia, and oftentimes they like prevent you from joining based on what your ping is. Let's see here. Oh, he's not responding. Yeah, like my favorite op servers are like these like Lego servers where oh, it's not letting me because of my latency. Let's see here. It's like these Lego servers. It's called Op Lego, where you literally play in like a Lego land. I'm getting ready to be screamed at by Russians. Okay. This looks like a gun game map? What is a gun game map? I like how I still hit that even though my ping is terrible. Like the custom game mode where you kill someone and then get the next gun? Oh, I see. We did it! You get a new gun each time you kill somebody? That's so cool. Fuck! Wait, is he not? No, I don't think he's at the computer right now, sadly. In a moment here, we're gonna head on to CS Source, if any of you guys want to play that with me. Did you have a lot of CSGO achievements? I wouldn't say I had a lot. I would say I had like a moderate amount. I had a moderate amount of CSGO achievements. I didn't play CSGO a lot, to be honest. I started to get really into the game like right before CS2 was coming out. And then after CS2 came out, I got really into the game, which was unfortunate timing because in a lot of ways, CS2 is a worse game. Like, visually, it's a better game, but in a lot of ways it's a worse game. What are your thoughts on the Third Amendment? I'm trying to remember, what was the Third Amendment? Was that cruel and unusual punishment? I don't think it was. It forbids the forcible housing of military personnel in a citizen's home during peacetime and requires it to be the process to be prescribed by law in times of war. Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable. It's soldiers can't be forced into people's homes. That sounds like it's protecting the citizenry, right? Wow, fuck, he was too quick. I'll hop on if the servers don't kick me for my New Zealand ping. No soldier shall, in the time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Yeah, I mean, I think that is a very good amendment of the Constitution. We should not have a militarized country like that. I mean, that's authoritarian. So yeah, good amendment. Good job, founding fathers. Thank you. Lol. We both shot him at the same fucking time. Okay, we're gonna head on to Counter-Strike Source now. Osaka, do you use any note-taking software? Unless you count WordPad, no, I do not. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much abstinent from the note-taking thing. Yo, it would be so funny if we played Counter-Strike Nexon Studio. That would be so funny. I'm probably not going to, though. That game is really annoying in a lot of ways. Also, it's just kind of confusing, the game modes. Wait, is my game crashing? It looks like my game is literally crashing right now. No, it's working. Okay. Let me just add display capture, because for some reason, this game doesn't like to be played in a proper window. They don't like me using the game capture setting on OBS. Epic stream setup, it's as shrimple as that. Thank you. Even if that's probably ironic. Let's see here. CT, no, auto assign, I guess. There we go. Oh, that's a friend. I don't know why I didn't realize. Oh, it's because I'm so used to playing on CTs here. I didn't realize that's a friend. Ironic, sad face shrimp. It would be so funny if you played Condition Zero. Condition Zero fucking sucks. CS2 doesn't run on my PC with a 1080 and an i7 without freezing when I load a map. That's so sad. Ah, he got me first. It's because we were both opping. Ah. That was a quick scope right there. Oh, there's a guy right here. There we go. He's still there, I think. No, is he not? Okay, I guess he's not there anymore. He's gonna come out that way. Ah! So close, right? So close yet so far. I believe. Right there. Oh fuck. See, this guy knows I'm gonna camp that spot. Well, there's one right here. Are you able to get into the server, Pea Shooter Cat? Also, how are you doing, Ebby? I don't think I've ever seen you on the stream before. Do I know you? Like on Twitter or something? I swear to God, this server is incredible. I just play this server every chance I get. This is like pretty much the only Counter-Strike Source server I play on. Because the community here is just so comfy. Like, they're not so OP that they're like impossible to play against, but they're also not like noobs, you know? There's like a healthy balance here. Oh shit, Pea Shooter Cat. She's in the game. Let's see if I can find you. Are you on CT side? Let's see if I can kill you. Oh my god, a jumper. Someone was doing jumping. Damn, I really thought I could no-scope that. What the fuck? Do you guys think I should start doing Q&A streams? I don't know if the thing is, I've tried doing Q&A streams before, and what ended up happening was I got like a few questions and then needed to improvise the rest. I think because I have so many videos about so many topics that it creates this situation where like people have already heard my answers to any potential questions that they would ask. And so they end up just not asking them. I think that's what ends up happening at least. Hidamari Sketch-chan says no. Okay. Well, there's one no. Now, part of the reason I like live streaming is because anyone can come on and just ask, like they can ask or mention anything. And it's a nice format because I can kind of be fed topics in that way instead of having to come up with them myself. It's almost like the viewers are like a creative partner, you know? Like the people who come on the stream make the stream better. I got killed by an M4. I keep getting these like M4 deaths. Terrible. Osaka, are you able to see what I post in CSS chat? I am, yeah. If it's in the text chat, yeah. Although I don't normally look at that part of the screen, just to be honest with you. Oh my god, they're all camping like that exact fucking spot. I got MVP for assisting, which is cool. Damn. Yeah, it's funny how MVP works in this game. You seem to, at least to my knowledge, only get it for assisting someone else kill a guy. Like, you don't even get it when you get these, like, headshots. Alaska is just cold Alabama? Honestly, I disagree. I feel like Alaska is just Alaska. Like, also, I feel like Alaska is literally just the purge. Like, it's every man for himself. Your car is gonna get broken into on day one. Your house is gonna get raided and ransacked, and you're gonna have to do a shootout. Yeah. Alaska's fucking nuts. The crime rate there is, like, unreal. The sheer amount of murder and property crime, it makes Alaska truly unique among the states. What Linux distro do you use, if any? I use Trisquil on my computers that run Linux because it is entirely free software with no proprietary components. Also, I have two Libre booted computers, which is why I'm running Trisquil on them. Yeah, Trisquil is pretty good in my experience. Very lightweight, very usable. Damn.
Rampage.
I'm gonna have to make some... Ah! That jumper! I'm gonna have to make some kind of breakfast here pretty soon. I only had powdered donuts to begin with. To begin the day with. Damn, that jumper got me. The jumpers I'm playing with today are crazy. Lol. Alaskans drink like Russians? The gender imbalance there is crazy as well. Do you mean like gender imbalance in terms of what? Like there are more men than women, or? Oh, it's like 69% male. Well, I guess it's good for gay guys, but not good for everyone else. Yeah, they literally pay you to come to Alaska if you're legally a woman. I feel like that says a lot. They will literally pay you, I think annually, to move there if you're a woman. Shit, I should get my wife on that shit. What if me and my wife move to Alaska, like after she gets her green card and everything? And then like she could get paid by the state government. Oh, nice shot, Pea Shooter Cat. She could get paid by the state government just for being a woman there. That's crazy. No scoped. Was that Pea Shooter Cat again? Alaska is the real inkwell state? I have no idea what that means. What the fuck is an inkwell state? Damn, these oppers. These guys are really good with the AWP. Not good enough. Russia is Nigeria with snow. Alaska is Russia with burgers. I feel like Alaska has way too many tweakers to be Russia. And also the fact that the libertarian sentiment in Alaska is really strong. Like, Alaska has the biggest libertarian party of any state, and that's at the same time that they were one of the first states to legalize recreational marijuana, which they have a pretty large and healthy market for. I feel like Russian people, especially the more rural they are just like kind of culturally fascist. Like, they just love authoritarianism over there. And that's definitely not Alaska. Alaska is very much like a freedom-loving type place. Is that Pea Shooter Cat? How long would you be willing to live in Alaska? I mean, it's impossible to know without having been there. I've never been to Alaska. So, like, I wouldn't be able to really say. Also, how is the audio on stream, guys? Does it sound alright? Or do I need to turn this shit down? Because I listened back to the other stream and I thought that the game was a little loud. Let's see here. Alaska is Russia with the Bills of Rights then? Question mark? I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, a pretty huge percent of people in Alaska are ethnically Russian, even though their nationality is American. Audio is very good. Okay, sounds good. Let's see, what the fuck was I gonna say? It's crazy how all the friendlies on my team are just like crowding around in the same spots. That feel when I just come back and read the backlog and no thank you is MMT posting? I mean, yeah, he has a tendency to do that. He loves MMT. I wanted to get him on the stream to talk about it, but he didn't message me back. I feel like I'm, you know, if you're wondering, I'm more of like a neo-Keynesian, I guess you could say. I'm not totally sold on the MMT shit. I'm only like partially sold by it. Well, imagine being Siberian and moving to Alaska. But yeah, to respond to the question from earlier, what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's impossible to know how many years I would live there without having actually, like, visited before. And even if I had just visited, the experience of visiting a place and living there is going to be very different, right? Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to know. But, I have a pretty good feeling that I would spend at least a couple years there. I think I would like it. We should make Puerto Rico a state to even out Alaska. I completely agree. Puerto Rico should be a state because everyone there is American, but it should also be a state so that we have another very hot place, tropical type place, to kind of counterbalance the amount of cold places we have in this country. You know, a lot of people don't know this. There are some parts of America that are very cold. Like in Wyoming, for example, the elevation is so high that it literally gets to be like -40 in the wintertime. Because the whole state is mountainous, so even though it's not as far north as other states, it ends up just being colder due to how high up it is. And also because of wind chill. It's very flat at the same time, and so the flatness of the land, if I recall correctly, like, it makes the wind more prominent. Like, my basic macro hot take is that Japan kind of proved it's possible to take on a shit ton of debt and be fine, but when MMTers are like, abolish income tax, also infinite debt, I'm just like, what? No, I completely agree. That you literally just made the exact point that I made earlier on the stream. I went into detail about like shit that the Japanese central bank did, and how they were kind of able to not be affected by the debt for the most part. But then No Thank You didn't even respond to my points. That's why I wanted to bring him on, but he didn't want to come on. You used to live in Maine, didn't you? Yup, I did. I lived in Maine in the wintertime in 2018. That was a great thing. I really liked living in Maine. I lived in a county called Aroostook County, to be exact, in a town called Caribou. I was about an hour out from the Canadian border, so it was just about as far north as you could go. What a strange place. Yeah, in the part of Maine that I lived in... Oh, nice shot. In the part of Maine that I lived in, you would have this strange thing happen where people would speak English and French. So you'd have one conversation where one person was speaking in English and then the other person was responding in French, and they just kept conversating that way. It was really fucking weird. Do you still browse WizChan? Sporadically. Yeah, I still do sometimes. But not very often. I used to look at it almost every day. Now I look at it maybe, I don't know, like once a week or something like that. Osaka would be mind blown by visiting Quebec. Oh, I know I would. And I intend to visit Quebec at some point. Whenever I, have enough money saved up to actually go traveling again. Now that would be a great thing. Can you imagine the videos? Do you browse LaneChan? I browse LaneChan even less than I browse WizChan. I pretty much just go on LaneChan to look at the drug board, to find out what those those degens are up to, and because it's interesting to kind of look at one side of that life. Because those people, the people who are into doing that kind of thing, who come from that kind of middle-class, highly educated background, fascinate me. Because they're very different than the ones that I grew up around, I grew up around a lot of poor people who do that stuff. And so, to go on LaneChan and see these, petite bourgeois talking about their experience in these, highly detailed effort posts, it's an interesting thing. That being said, it's not something I hunger for very often. I don't look at the other boards on the website. Thank God I don't visit the Chans anymore. Don't believe the naysayers. You can leave. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the image boards. I am pretty good at only going on there sometimes. I'm not addicted to going on there. And so my use of image boards is pretty much entirely positive. Dang, my kill was stolen from me. He's trying to get the knife. Dang. I missed every single shot there. My 4chan usage basically scares me with how much I want to kill myself at any given period. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, there are people who go on those websites and like it's straight up like makes them more suicidal than when they went on it before. And like it's weird because like I can occasionally go on there and then feel like, wow, these people are ridiculous. These opinions are insane. You know, what a joke. What a strange video game I'm interacting with. And then it like doesn't affect me. But some people, like, they look at it in a really, like, personal and human way, and it, like, fucks their brain up. And those people should definitely not be on 4chan. Like, if you can't separate what you're looking at from reality, like, you really should not be on there. I didn't think it would affect me until it did. True. Like with so many things. Had rich classmates of mine arrested by a helicopter for arms-related stuff, even though we lived in a really good area. Crazy. I mean, that's probably why they pulled the helicopter out, right? I mean, because it was a really good area, it was, you know, they took incidents of criminality much more seriously. And so they went overboard because that's basically what the police do. They under-police areas where there needs to be more policing, and then they over-police the areas that don't really need much in the way of policing. I mean, not always. Obviously, this isn't like something that always happens. Sometimes the poor communities are way more over-policed and in like really vicious ways. But this is kind of a pattern that I've noticed. Dang, I should have shot at the other part. Okay. Hey, what's up, Osaka? Howdy there, Iris. Welcome back to the stream. You were here day before yesterday, I think. Welcome back. You know, I'm getting close to just finishing up here with the live stream. So you caught me at the last very moment. At some of the last moments of this here stream. Oh, okay. Where'd that other guy go? I thought he was like literally right there. Oh, there they are. They were hiding. Yeah, smile face. I slept late, lol. Well, maybe if I start doing these nighttime streams, things will work out more in the Americans' favor. Yeah, I find it kind of gross the way my dad would bootlick the police force while literally being pulled over for speeding. I mean, honestly, people should be pulled over for speeding, especially if it's in a residential area, but just in general, I think people should be pulled over for speeding. Like, there's this weird, it's like normalized to go over the speed limit, but the thing is, that literally puts other people in danger. Like, the reason those speed limits are there, it's because it's going to protect people to make them less vulnerable to danger if everyone is abiding by the same rules. Like, if everyone is following traffic laws, pedestrians and other drivers are not in anywhere near as much danger. Like, there's kind of an inherent danger to being in a vehicle, but you can mitigate the risks there if everyone is following the same rules. And so honestly, I think traffic enforcement, that's some of the best things that police officers do. Oh my god, they just came guns blazing. Normalization of speeding is also so gross. It's very rampant in New Zealand. That's sad. I mean, I thought New Zealand was like relatively not car dependent, so that kind of surprises me. Let's see here. Also, my laptop hinge is slowly cracking. I did not do anything to it. I'm gonna get off of this game real quick just to pay more attention to the chat. Let's get I almost said display capture off this thing and maximize this cat who is supposed to represent me. Yeah, your laptop might just be really cheap and shitty. You should get a ThinkPad because ThinkPads almost never break. Yes, true, it was just odd. It is vicious. I don't know quite what you're referring to being vicious. Are you talking about the people speeding or the people getting pulled over for speeding? Or your laptop? Nighttime streams would be comfy? Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, these morning streams are good for me to start the day out positively. They're also good for the European viewers, but, nighttime streams would be like something that more of my audience could fall asleep to. Also, something that more of them could participate in because they would be off of work and so forth. New Zealand transit is pretty bad, and we voted in conservatives who are actively making it worse. That's not good. I mean, I thought Chip Hipkins was an okay prime minister. Like, he was a little too moderate for my tastes. But he was also more pragmatic than his predecessor, I think. Less focused on garnering, like, this international attention for being, a show woman in her case and kind of, a virtue signaling to the international community. He was more pragmatic, which was nice. But I think at the same time, like, he just did not have the charisma to properly capture people at the same time that inflation was rising. And so, of course, like, the median instinct in any country is to just pick the other people when the other party when things are going bad. What did Hipkins even do? I'm very uninformed. Well, I'm pretty sure he expanded legal representation for trans people, like non-discrimination. Also, economic stimulus. I'm not sure what else he did, to be honest. I think he supported the smoking ban, like the cigarette ban, which was not based. The Labour Party needs to get their shit together on that. Who are you talking about? The last Prime Minister of New Zealand. Let's see here. It is Victus, and I guess it is common for Victus to have left part of the hinge crack. Oh, it is a Victus. You're talking about the brand of the laptop. Okay. Wait, I almost clicked report. I didn't mean to do that. I bought one of the bad ThinkPads, E540, if I recall correctly. Oh, no. No. And it broke within like a month. Yeah, don't get a modern ThinkPad. They don't have any of the appeal of old school ThinkPads. Not just aesthetically, but in terms of reliability. In recent times, there was an increase of drunk driving memes, not anywhere in particular, but everywhere. There is so much more drunk driving memes out there than there used to be. I mean, yeah, people have developed this fascination with, like, things that you're not supposed to do. Like, this has always existed to some extent, like a rebellious instinct, or there's always been a contingent of people who just don't want to do things that they're told to do, and they'll actively do the opposite no matter how imprudent it is, how bad it is for themselves and those around them, simply because they were told to do the opposite. But, like, those people are pretty rare. Like, that's kind of a minority of people. So what's strange about the discourse at this point and, like, the kind of memes that are being produced is like right now there's like a fascination with glorifying lots of things that are just imprudent to do. Like things that don't necessarily affect other people, but sometimes do. Like things that are generally self-regarding. There seems to be a great amount of idealization of in like memes and drawings and things like that. I'm not sure why that's happening or where that comes from. It could just be like Gen Z's fascination with self-harm. I have no real idea. But it's bad. I think it's bad for society because a lot of people are going to look at that stuff and then they're going to fall for the propaganda. Because that's what it is. It's propaganda. Memes are propaganda. Drawings are propaganda. They're serving you a certain message and it's influencing you in a negative light. Like, I can enjoy those memes and that kind of content in a detached way and not have my behavior influenced by it because I can separate my beliefs from, like, media I'm consuming. But a lot of people simply don't have that ability or they haven't tried to practice it. And that's going to lead to really disastrous consequences. Driving brings to so much anxiety. I haven't gotten my license, had to renew my learners twice so far. Well, hopefully you get your license soon. I want to get a T-Series one, but I couldn't when I got mine. I like the X-Series more because it's lighter weight. It still runs good somehow for a laptop lol, which I'm grateful for. Nice. Back, phone died while on walk. Welcome back. Who were you talking about? Oh, I know jack shit about New Zealand, apart from that they're kind of lib-cocked. I mean, it is one of the more progressive nations in the world. But it's like a very quiet country. There's only like 3 million people there or something. And so a lot of people in the international community don't really like feel the need to look at what they're doing or study them. But I try to pay at least some attention to what every country is doing with their politics just because I'm a politics junkie. A T490s ThinkPad gang? Honestly, I don't know anything about that one. Osaka take on shoplifting? I'll get to that in just a moment. I did a video about it, but I'll reiterate it here. If you live in the US, on local government auction sites, colleges and schools sell really reliable laptops in good condition. Got my ThinkPad off there, still running to this day. I'm sure a bunch of the people who resell ThinkPads on eBay probably just got them on there. So as for what I think about shoplifting, I can understand the mindset of the people who do it and the desperation therein. I don't think that a society which forces people to go to those links is a good society to live in. And so, in terms of what they are doing, I wouldn't say that it's morally righteous or good, but it's neutral in the sense that I can understand where they're coming from. That being said, shoplifting hurts all of us. It hurts the people who, for example, live in a state where it's like a right-to-work state, where someone can have their employment terminated for any reason. It hurts those people in the sense that oftentimes when inventory is missing, it gets pinned on the people who work there. And it has happened. People have gotten laid off simply for the amount of inventory that's been lost. Now, that's not a very common thing, but it's something to consider. Additionally, shoplifting negatively affects consumers, people who are in the working class who actually want to pay for things, because lost inventory has to be accounted for somehow. Like, generally that leads to prices being raised in order to account for the loss of inventory. And of course, that's going to negatively impact working class people. And so there are externalities to shoplifting that make it morally dubious. Like, I wouldn't say it's morally wrong, but I also wouldn't say it's morally good. Like, it's like an onion. It has layers. don't use Linux if you value your time. I completely disagree. If you put in the initial time to learn how it works, which doesn't take very long, mind you, the amount that you're going to get back on that time investment is massive. Not just in terms of privacy and freedom, but also in terms of utility and what you can actually get out of your computer. And you don't need that much time to invest in order to be good at using Linux. People who say this are very silly. Linux is fun, though. I agree with that as well. Get a Dell Latitude. Oh no, not another one of these meme computers. They support Libre booting with just software. Also, they are robust too and much cheaper than ThinkPad's. Linux support is also good. Honestly, I didn't know Dell Latitude supported Libre booting. That's kind of cool. Could it be the lack of adventure in people's lives? I have no idea what that's in reference to. Sorry, could you clarify what you're referring to? Can I call in, by the way, just bored and feel like it could be fun? I would say yes, if not for the fact that I'm about to leave. Like, I'm just reading these last couple chat messages before I end the stream. I'll look into it. Auckland is progressive? Yeah, Auckland is progressive. What do you think about Copilot, Osaka? I have no idea what Copilot is. Osaka take on incest? You know, I was literally just discussing this morning. I have a hot take. It's an edgy take. It makes my philosophical utilitarianism come out very strong. But I think if you have two consenting adults, right, who are having sex, they're related to one another, but there's no risk of pregnancy, and it ends up being positive for both people involved, there is nothing morally wrong about that. As long as there's not a pregnancy or something like that, and as long as both people are adults and it's consensual, there's literally nothing wrong with it. I am imagining Osaka as the cat, lol. Shoplifting doesn't have an excuse when food banks and church charities are available. I agree. Food banks are plentiful, churches are plentiful, you just have to put in a little effort to go to them. Soup kitchens are also plentiful, and there's EBT, there's food stamps. So there's really no reason to shoplift. If I recall correctly, Woolsworth and the other Oceania supermarkets put money aside at the start of each year to account for lost inventory. Oh, makes sense. Interesting. Fairly good takes, though. In reference to the memes about drunk driving and such. Oh, okay. It could be a lack of adventure in people's lives. It very well could be. Ping me next time you're streaming if you want me to call in. Oh, yeah, I definitely will. I'm going to ping no thank you as well, probably. So if you're cool with that, it could be like the three of us on the stream. Oh, wow. That would be interesting, seeing you two debate some shit. Wholly based. Copilot is the new Microsoft spyware that literally keylogs and screenshots all you do. What the fuck? Oh my god, I really need to get off this shit. The only reason my main PC has Blindos on it is because I use Sony Vegas to edit my videos, but I don't think using Sony Vegas is worth it. Fuck, I barely even edit videos anymore. And besides, I could just put Windows on like a single laptop that's entirely used for editing. Like, I don't need this shit. I gotta fucking switch. Fuck it, I'm gonna make the switch today. Just gonna fucking back up my data and switch to Linux. Oh my god. Not sure if I'll be free because of my schedule is a mess. I will let you know in advance when I plan on streaming then. Osaka is a real southerner with that take, lol. But I'll probably reply quickly. Millions of office workers seethe with the release of Copilot. AI sucks. True. And I forgot the key logged and screenshot data is analyzed by AI. Yeah, okay, I'm getting the fuck off of here, bro. I am out of here. I'm going gonzo. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it with the stream for this morning, this afternoon, tonight, wherever you may be. I am very appreciative of the fact that y'all have come on today. Thank you for making my life more interesting for almost 2 hours, and I hope that I've been able to do the same for you. Have a brilliant rest of your day wherever you happen to be, and I'll see you all later.